morning, all. Happy Sunday. Good afternoon to those of you that are not here where we are, and it's morning time. Early. Need more coffee. This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together we are PM Artist Studio. So glad you guys are here.
Who do we have? You didn't read them off.
Well, I'm getting there, yeah. Whoa, lady.
Oh, sorry.
it's just ahead of me.
Usually she gives me a heads up. We've had a very eventful morning.
Good morning. We're making last minute decisions. Okay, we have Ann, Heather, Brad. We have Carrie. We have Christy, Darcy, Fran, Gail, Gretchen, Kylie, Lisa, Panka, Robin. Good morning, Robin. And Sandy and Lisa at Series Hecka. And the Messy Palette, Diane.
Hello, hello. Hey, how about that hop yesterday?
Oh, and Sandy just popped in there. Hello. Alrighty. Or did I say Sandy? Somebody popped in because the thing changed. I don't know why it does that. It's very interesting.
It does that jerky thing.
It goes burp. I'm like, okay, well, something changed. All right, now I'm going to pop out that. So, what are we going to do today, P? She's a little frustrated.
I'm just coming off of a kind of frustrating. You know, we all have those days. I just, it's where things don't work. And then when things don't work, they kind of seem to be pile up that doesn't work and that doesn't work. And what I need to do is I kind of just need to say, well, I'm just going to go ahead and just start doing some stuff. And I'm not going to worry about what's over there. I'm just going to make some new stuff, and then I don't have to find anything. That's how I get piles of.
Hello, Susan. How do you guys feel about that? Hey, Sharon.
Susan, our Susan stitching, slow stitching, Susan.
No, this is Susan Dufresne.
Oh yes.
I think that's how you say it. Dufresne. Dufresne. There's an N-E at the end. I don't know if you get to the S.
Well, it depends on what language you're speaking.
Come on, Susan, help me out. Spell it out like, like how you would say it. Hooked on phonics.
Absolutely. And
I was a little worried that when I said that you were drinking coffee and you were going to spell it out.
I just about... Be careful with that. I haven't had enough coffee either. And...
there we go. We had a good hop, though.
Yeah, it really was.
It was. Lots of awesome stuff. The books are just amazing. Sharon made a box. I
mean, it was just a bunch of really different stuff.
Oh, yeah. I had Diana with the frame and the different paintings. It's good stuff. We have some exciting news on maybe next month, but I'll wait to talk about that.
Next month?
Yeah, we have a possible interested party.
Ooh.
That we're going to add. Very excited about it.
Well, I don't know about this.
I know. Well, it just happened very late last night.
Oh, she doesn't tell me things because I have a way of spilling the beans.
Oh, yeah, she's terrible. Because she forgets. She's like, I didn't remember that was a secret.
Hey, paint boogers is growing.
Oh, tell them about your earrings.
Oh, yeah, my earrings.
And I have my little, see, the thing's at the wrong deal, but see mine? Helene. She sent us,
yes.
Well, P bought some beads for her. She sent that to me as a present. Because I coordinated the sale.
I just made these yesterday, or was it day before?
Yesterday.
Yeah. And I had limited amounts of beads that I could access to put with them, so that's why they came out kind of short, so I put them on the longer
hoopty things.
All
right. You want me to go topside?
Sure.
Are you ready for that? All right. So.
Well, kind of, sort of. Yeah.
All right. Now, you guys are about to get real excited, maybe. We have dragonflies. Now, here's the deal. Because this was the last minute kind of switch aroundy thing, because we decided that it would be good to create a set that was going to be really good for smaller plates.
Yeah, because I have this piece here, and I don't know what it is. Let me get my ruler.
And it's going to end up actually being a full set of 10. These are the 6 that P chose and said, I for sure want these because these fit on the plate. It's a really great, you can create some cool composition.
Right. Okay, so this black piece of paper is almost 10 inches, which is a 10-inch 8 by 10.
Right.
Now, it's not quite as wide, so you can see.
Susan wants a close-up of the earrings. Maybe at the end. I don't know if... I think I can...
Well, I can take them out and hold them up.
Can you hold them up? There you go.
Put them in a...
That's a heck of a lot easier than me.
Yeah, I think so. Here.
Because we're now at the top cam.
But they've got some really cool bumps on them, and I think those actually have silver in them is what creates that sort of luminescence. But aren't those wonderful? And she makes these. And she's part of our group, so, if you holler at her, say,
Hey, Helene. Here, hold on. I'm going to focus for just a second.
I have, Mariah, I put the rest of that bag of beads. I think I put them over there they're right behind the sponge on the shelf.
Oh. She wrapped them like little candies.
Oh, I know. And it was because Izzy helped me unwrap every one. She was just sure there was going to be a candy in there somewhere. But wasn't that the cutest thing? There are little lozenges. But I got these because I needed more red, and I'm going as soon as I can
get... Oh, yes. Happy birthday, Darcy. It was Darcy's birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday. 21?
I'm sure. 21, Darcy?
My mother always used to say.
I don't know, though. 21 really wasn't all that great of a...
It wasn't a good one for me.
I like 27. 27 was a fun year.
Okay, so you can kind of see. The largest one of the bunch, and I think this will be the largest one,
Now they're
right?
talking about tie-dye dragonfly shirts. Get to your shirt.
Oh.
You always get lots of love on the shirt.
Oh, no, isn't it great? And it's wearing well. It's this shirt, I got it when we
Yeah,
came
on your
here.
way, yeah.
So it's like 3 years old, something like that. Okay, so this measures about 6.5
You're 51?
by 5.
Darcy's 51. I was sure that you were younger than I am. Wow. You're doing well, Darcy.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't see your face a lot, but... You're not sounding that old.
She's not a smoker. 3.5 by 5. Now, I don't know. I think that body could be be fleshed out a bit. You understand flesh it out?
I don't know. No.
The lines are heavier.
Ah.
I wasn't really involved terribly much in this because they didn't think that I could make a decision because I didn't know what it entailed. But I said, basically as the person who's going to be using these, you need to be able to communicate that fact to me, whatever it is.
But you're getting some good results out of them.
I am getting excellent results out of some of them. I love all of them. And I've been using all of them. Let me just show you. I mean, you can see. And this is going to be wonderful on the bag.
Oh yes, we're getting close to 3,000 subscribers. And then we have those bags that we're going to put the different giveaways in.
Yeah. Now, the problem is on these, you need a bigger plate. So, when you're getting ready to order the sets, keep that in mind.
Yeah, and the ones that are in there right now are perfect for that. So, if you guys, with the larger plates, you're good to go. And then you can choose between the more detailed and then the more open wings. So that's going on there. And then after the stream, we will have the set of 10 that will be more geared towards making combinations with the smaller plates.
Yes. And, the whole thing is one of the things that you look for in a good design is you look for variety of sizes. And I think that this set...
Sandy, I'm with you.
What did she say?
She's a smoker and a drinker and a cussed retired sailor.
Oh.
She may be in the wrong group. No, I think you're in the right one.
I used to be all of those things. And then, you know, the effects of...
yeah, it's harder to do as you get older.
Yeah.
There we go.
And especially when you have small children or you're an elementary school teacher. And that certainly cuts down onto your...
Yeah.
Drinking and carousing late into the night. Okie dokie.
All right, are we gonna
use these boogers? Do something? I don't know. I'm just gonna put them. I'm gonna put them aside. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff here.
Oh yes, because she's kind of coming off of her grump with the, you know, being able to find the right prints and.
Yeah, because I really, you know, I want these butterflies to, and I did find them. They were actually in the butterfly folder.
Oh, you still working with your butterflies?
Well, but I want to talk about some other things first. You know, just I'm trying to be organic here, and you know, and
loosen up.
Yeah. Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you've already seen this one. I'm envisioning...
Hi and bye, Carolyn. Thank you for... She's going to catch us on the replay.
Oh, okay.
She said she's not really here. She was just sort of here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you for, you know, saying that. Now, this print, I think, is going to benefit from some of these little solid guys here.
I figured
But see what I'm talking about for scale? You can't flop... this on here. This is bad. This would be bad. Bad design. It's too small. Everything on here is too small for this dragonfly. But these little hummers.
Oh, yeah. Hey, in that new set, you're going to get... How many of them? Like 5 of them? That'll be fun.
I like 3. I just, you know, I like 3. I would like for these 2 to be different sizes.
I think in the new 10 set, there's going to be a little bit more variety in some of those. Yeah.
Because I think they should all be a different size. You're repeating the basic shape. And here's what, you know, I'm going to make you send your set back if you have a dragonfly that does that.
She'll hunt you down.
I'll hunt you down. I'll have the composition police come and confiscate your butterflies, your dragonflies. I've been doing butterflies for so long.
Yeah, she's
kind of butterfly. All right. Now, this one. I really think that this might work.
Oh, all those sound very good, guys. Yum, yum.
Yeah.
Talking about some drinks.
Oh.
Yes. The cussy sailor thing has now spun out to what types of drinks people prefer.
Okay. Now, I'm going to bring this one in.
Oh, there's 7 of the little ones in the...
Oh.
So there you go.
Well, I'll tell you what, because that would be very cool, because can you see this?
Lisa says we have turned her into a stencil snob. She doesn't even look at any others. Such a good girl to date. Hey, Rennie.
And the thing about these is remember when you're overlapping either your butterflies or your dragonflies, always put the smaller guy under. Because then the smaller guys are the ones that flip up when you're doing this, you know. Okay, let's try this. Since we do have a really...
Susan says, great design. I really like how you're working out all the bugs. And she put that in quotation.
Okay, now see how that works?
There you go.
Now
hey,
we
Sandy.
just have to decide what color, you know. Okay, we're going to leave that over here. I wanted to talk about this real quick, but I really don't want to do anything
No,
with
I
this.
think that's a Dunsies.
Mariah says it's Dunsies.
I don't know what else you'd want to do to it.
I want to put wavy windows over it. I know. Me too. I have that same feeling, Mariah. It's like, I just really like it, and if I really screw it up, I'm gonna be
Well,
really.
and Christy's here too.
sad.
Christy Hartman's here. She did the wavy windows. The video
I know,
with
and
all
I got them
she's
out, and
all
you're
upset.
gonna. Okay, yeah, you're gonna see some wavy windows here in a minute. I don't know where they are in this pile. I thought I put them in here. I think I did. Okay, now I'm gonna put this over here. Y'all help me remember that the dragonflies are on top of the shiny purple paper. Okay, I've been working with this because I have this in all different sizes. I'm so excited about this because
Portcullis.
portcullis. Is that what it's titled? Did you call it that?
Yeah, I did.
I just, you know,
Hey, Cindy.
I want to make some butterflies work on this, but I just haven't decided. We might not do that today.
There's those pinwheels. Those
Okay.
look like mysterious pinwheels.
I
kinda
know.
sad.
Okay, so you remember this from last week because I actually pulled this last week, I think. Not last week. I pulled it Thursday, maybe. And I was not terribly happy with it. It didn't get the definition in Zia that I wanted.
But it's still kind of cool.
But look at it, almost glows.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I put over the top of that this.
Spooky pinwheels, exactly. Oh, and then Carla asked, would tacky glue pull the paint under the mask?
Tacky glue.
What you mean by that there, Carla? I don't know if you want to be putting that glue on your plate. Is that what you're saying? Or
I wouldn't put glue on my plate.
need more info?
Yeah, I don't understand that. But anyway, I'm loving this. I don't know that I'll leave it, but I love this down here because it almost looks like a chop. You know,
Like
a signature.
yeah, when you do batiking, when they stamp, they use a stamp and they call it a chop. But it's not spelled that way. But I guess it sounds that way.
Okay, here's a really
Hey,
wonderful failure.
That's some sgraffito gone crazy.
And what happened was I had too much paint on
Hello, lower R.
the stencil, and there's another part to it in here that's part of this failure. Okay, all I did to this, you can tell, is I just went over it with I think Indian yellow. Mm-hmm. Kind of bump it up.
Yeah.
This one,
I love that one. Don't touch it. Leave it alone.
I know.
Put a frame on it. It's
I
beautiful.
think it's wonderful. And
Well-
all I did was pull. You can see the color here. You see the blue. This was what it was, and this is what it became. Same with this.
Oh, that thing's
It's
being so
still that same.
funky.
And it's either this one. I think it's this one. Because I really like this one a lot. So I'm imagining that's it.
Well, here, pull that one back for just a second.
Sure.
Because I want people to be able to see. Well, and then the other one right next, the one right before that, because those are in the same. Weren't they done at the same time?
Yes,
or did
these
you
were done exactly the same. This was my string
Yeah.
Franken stencil. And then this is the one that Mariah. No, this is a string too. And you know, I'm glad you had me do that, Mariah.
Yeah.
And this is also what Helene sent me.
I didn't even see that. See, I didn't open the package.
Isn't it cool?
Wow. That's
The
nice.
only problem is I need to get some more stuff on it because it's paper.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was fabric.
It looks like fabric, but it's not.
See?
And I don't want to tear it. Okay. Whoa. What was that? What fell?
I don't know. Don't worry about it. I think
I'm
you're
not
good.
going to worry about it. Okay, I'm going to steal my piece of black paper here. Okay, so you've got, and you can tell I've been using it. When you get this finished, if you make one of these,
Fran made one.
Fran made one, you want to make sure that you get lots of layers on the bottom part to help that glue stick, to fill in around that thing. Because when you start pulling this up from the string side here,
You can pop it.
yeah, I've already popped some
And
loose.
it's kind of like pulling Christmas lights. Once they start going, they go.
And this side, because it's all flat and everything, it sucks down there. So it's hard to get up. And you don't want to grab a hold with your strings. You want to grab a hold with your little edges and pull it gently like this.
They want to know about the colors on those prints. Now, we did that was it last week?
Well, I went ahead and did more. I did this other color on top.
Here, scoot a little bit over towards the red print. Both of them, just that one little spot hits and kind of, especially if it has metallic-y stuff in it, which those do.
Yeah, because this is the shapeshifter.
Yeah, business.
And it's deep green. I don't know why they call it that.
Here, I'm going to zoom in so you guys
and
can
it is the shuttle art. Shuttle art color change. I love this color. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably have to buy a whole set when that one's gone, just to get.
There are others in that set, so I think
there are
because you like the periwinkle-ish one, which is the blue whatever.
And I love this one too. This one. These two are really probably my favorite too.
Now, are they both? One's a folk art one and one's the color change.
Oh yeah, color shift and color change. And look at that. Boy, I'll tell you what.
So see, still have to buy them all. Sugar biscuits.
Sugar biscuit. Anyway, these are really good colors. I love them. I also like this light blue.
Carla,
I like this a lot.
Carla wants to know where you got the paper crocheted lace. That was from Helene.
It's not crochet.
It's a paper doily type thing.
It's a paper doily thing. I don't know. She didn't put that information
She's in Europe.
the...
They got fancier doilies.
Yeah.
They're fancier people.
Yeah. It really is a good one. I've got some, hopefully they're in this pile. Okay, so that was the other source of my frustration today, is trying to decide, and I just decided I was just going to wing it. Here we go. Isn't this lovely?
It's powsy wowsy, that's for sure.
I think it's really cool looking.
Oh, we have to talk about the giveaway a little bit too today. Don't let me forget to talk about that. I added some skins.
Don't forget to talk about that, Ron. And this one, you can see the one underneath it. And then I did a ghost print with the smaller one, string stencil, on top.
Now, on those last ones, let's run through the actual paints that we're cutting. No, and one more back, because this is a very, this makes our group happy. And I know that it's a happy place of colors for you. There are, at least four different, if not probably 5 or 6 different colors play here.
Yes. And you can see, okay, here's one layer, here's 2, then there's the 3 with just the stencil.
And I think that's the purple, violet, whatever, violet, your one that you love. At least in that one. Well, yeah, I think that in both.
I'm not really sure what that is. I think that's this.
And you can see a little bit of her crazy red. Oh, is that the Lucas Krill mix? Or no, that's just one of your mixes.
That's one of my mixes. I don't know what's in it. It just has a thing on the top.
She's getting kind of poopy on me on the...
I'm tired of just writing down what I make.
Well, and she's using up tubes, so...
Yeah. Now, this, I went in and put in some more retarder. And then I put in some more, because remember, it was sticking. It was too dry.
Because it's that...
it's the Lucas Krill.
The PS... What is it?
Pastos.
I wanted to say pasta.
It's and I know that means something.
It was the drying within inside out. And Diane was the one that got us noted up on that.
And it's highly pigmented. You know that because it dries up so quickly on the plate. I've decided that Mariah was right about that. If your paint is too, and it's not like, it seems sort of chalky, but you're brayering off more paint than you're brayering on, then you need to get some retarder in there. And it will really, honestly, help it work a lot better. Remember this anthraquinone? Oh my goodness. I never use this stuff straight out of the tube
No,
because
it goes like that. I mean, it's almost like powder on the plate.
it is.
It's so crazy how
I mean,
quick
by
it
the time
dries.
the brayer gets to the other side of
Yeah.
the plate, this over here is dry. And it probably is lovely to paint with for that reason.
Oh, Lisa Mingus. Hello, Lisa Mingus. She says that we need digitals of these. I can try. I don't have a lot
What
of luck
is it?
turning these prints into digitals. I don't have a lot of luck with the color, and I feel
No,
like
I've
it's
been very, very disappointed in doing that. But you know, I don't know how to do it properly, so
yeah, and then there's
they just look really
dulled out.
dull and
You don't get
the surface texture. And that is what a lot of this is, because if you see this, can you see the shimmer? When you get this in a certain light, you can it actually halos out. Can you see that?
a little bit. Yeah, when you kind of do, it's nice and slow like that. Yeah, perfect. And I got you zoomed in pretty good too.
And you just can't capture that when you do a print.
Yeah, it's tricky
Now, if
business.
you took it to a professional place and had it done, I'm sure they'd be able to handle that part, but
Yeah.
I don't really want to do that.
Carnival,
I think
we're
this
trying.
is really lovely. I love this one. I love the contrast of the dark, and that's this.
Hello, Ann Laura.
This is this blue. And I did get some Prussian in the open. Pardon?
So, Diane says try printing it on silk paper.
Oh,
Yeah, what is that? How is it that we don't know about that?
we don't have any silk paper. We have cotton paper.
Cotton paper. Cotton paper's poopy because it bleeds out like nobody's business. Like, using it and the inkjet are not necessarily friends. But I tell you what, there was actually a time there when I was doing a lot of the digital stuff and the design team stuff. I kind of liked that with certain printables because it creates a whole different
kind of
look.
it does. It's softer.
It's almost fabric-like.
Yes, it sort of bleeds out on the edges. You don't get a crisp print. Okay, have you seen this one
Thank you,
before?
Kelly. That's pretty. Got super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And a crazy. Oh, dare I say it? Is that a hippo? It's a hippo. Okay, not a rhino. She doesn't think about rhinos. She really likes them. She likes watching poop. It's weird.
Yeah.
I love her.
Just, you know.
Yeah. Oh, she put some in a box that she's gonna send to us. Thanks, Diane. Woo.
Is this the silk paper?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Fran wants to know when were all these prints done. Well, see, here's the thing. So she went. Some of them started
During Thursday's thoughts. At the end of Thursday. At the
Tuesday
last,
and Thursday, probably.
Yes,
both.
Tuesday and Thursday.
And then she,
I just continue on. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
It just sits there and
I
I have ideas and I think you should move on them. So, isn't this lovely? Now this is with
Loopy loops.
rabbit ears.
Bloopy loops.
Loopy loops. Loopy loop rabbit
Little
ears.
Bonnie Foo Foo.
Little bunny foo foo. She calls it Bonnie. I say it's Bunny. But here you can
I
see
think the
this
bunny's
is
name is Bonnie.
it, and this is done with copper.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, looky here. Wavy window.
Oh yeah, she was so inspired by you, Christy.
I wasn't. I don't know if I kept all of them out here. No, I really didn't, because what I'm doing is I put them away so I don't do something else to them. But I don't know what did I do. I just see this is
her
where I am. I'm just like, where are they? And the only reason this is still out here is because I think this still needs some work. And I want to do windows over this.
Yeah. Why don't you do some of that? That'll make you happy.
It will. But I have to talk about this.
Okay. That's some.
Because remember that print that I showed you earlier that was
That's
all smooth? Oh, here, this black one.
Was that when the paper stuck on?
Yeah. That was a happy print. I'm not finished with it yet, but can you see it? But this is what happens when you have too much paint on your stencil. But what's going to be cool is in the future when I put this down, you're going to see some of this wonderfulness here.
Yeah.
It will show up.
Now we have that available like that. Like if you want all of the, as a stencil held into there. But then I noticed I've sent it to some people, and then they end up cutting it out anyway, which you can get the mandala set.
Yeah. That's
so you don't have to cut it.
Hey, this is kind of nice to have sometimes.
Yeah.
Because if you want to mask out other parts of the, print, I have tickly stuff in my nose, and not have, whatever you want to save some of whatever's here and here, but you want something different here.
Yeah.
This is what you use. See that? And do clean out in between these little things.
They're gonna clog. Like, that's just the nature of the stencil.
Can you see how I did that?
Just done
because
some work on
I
that.
know that's gonna happen, and I'm not gonna be happy with that. And then I've got some of them where, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But I want some that I can have that choice. Okay. All right. I'm going to do something else to that, but not right at this moment. I'm going to see if I can find.
Oh, Anne, that's so sweet. Sometimes we worry about, like, is this entertaining? And it says watching and listening to P discuss the options and her thought process, as well as the ones she doesn't like, is incredibly educational. Thank you. Well, thank you for letting us know that.
Yes, thank you. Here's the.
Because I told her I don't know that this is
the really messed up one. Too much paint, not enough contrast, and this is what happens when you have dark and light colors on the same print. And I'm going to show you more of that here in a moment.
I kind of like that though. I mean, it does kind of look like it blurped out, but
it's mucky. It's not. I don't like it yet, but I'm going to show you how to fix that, hopefully. And we'll do windows.
You got ideas.
I got ideas. Okay, remember these. This is for a while back.
That's the
remember these
pansy ones. Yeah.
Pansies.
I called that pansy lotus set of 6. So that way it's lotus in there for you because you keep calling it lotus.
Yeah, I think it just really. Well, the reason is because I think it looks very Asian in theme.
It does.
And here it is with Jelly Shelly.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is with Jelly Shelly and String Matte.
No, Jelly Shelly is in there. Look at that.
Yeah, it's underneath.
Man, that's a tri-layer.
I know. I'm gonna do another layer.
Ooh, that would actually turn out really cool.
And can you see?
Oh, that's trippy. Oh, good job, P.
Okay, now that is actually.
Is that plum stuff with the color shift?
Yeah. Love that stuff.
Ooh.
Isn't that cool? Now, I don't know what I did.
Midnight gel printing.
I know. And I tried to put the ones out that I don't want to be printing over.
And then sometimes they just get forgotten about.
Yeah, and I've got a really good one here. And I don't know what happened to it. Oh, well. I'll find it and I'll show it to you later. But it's like this, but it's better. Oh, here, I see it.
Oh, Fran got the shuttle. She got some shuttle paints.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you'll love those.
You will. Okay, this is what happens when you pull with really wet gold. I had a really good print going on here, and I was just
and it's like a runner.
torn up about it. Really was. I've got this giant lightning bolt shooting across my wonderful print.
It's like a runner in your new pantyhose.
It really just, it's like, push.
I told her, well, and what happened, it was a wrinkle.
It was a wrinkle. Here, let me show you the...
Careful with your wrinkles. Yeah, see it?
Yeah, see that wrinkle? And it didn't matter how much I pressed on it, because you can tell I did some elephant stomping. It wasn't going to happen.
No.
I don't recommend pulling with
but it's still
metallic.
Very beautiful.
But it is, if it works, it's wonderful.
And you could always cut it up into smaller ones where,
And I think probably I wanted to show this, but I will probably cut this up and send this in packets.
Giant.
Now look at this loveliness. Remember this one? Mm-hmm. When we pulled it, it didn't pick up a lot of the...
Yeah, and then I think you even said that was interesting.
Yeah, and I said, that's okay. I'm liking that. Mm-hmm. Because I know what I want to do with that. And then jelly shelly
Oh, well, Gail,
on top.
so the reason that the paper wrinkled
Was because the paint was so
wet, so it
I had
kinda,
lots of retarder in there,
yeah,
and I had it very thick.
because you kind of need that with the gold, because otherwise gold dries like that. You want some time to, you need that paint to adhere to the previous layers.
Yes.
Because this was the pull layer. That's why she said it's very tricky pulling with the gold to get layers that were already dry.
It's much easier to do on a smaller plate
Yeah.
also. You can control it better, I will say. And the other thing is, I wanted it thick because this particular paint is sort of translucent. It's not completely translucent, but it if you thin it out and get it on your plate, it is.
Oh, I like that, Darcy. She's got some dragonfly stuff coming. That stuff's fun. That's really great stuff to kind of pull with.
Oh,
Because it has
yes.
this behind shimmer. If you have open areas, it's really, I like that effect, because then it's not so like,
I really thought about doing this on this one, but I wanted so badly for that gold to work, because I think that
is
gold shimmering through those little lines on there are just so wonderful on this stencil.
I mean, it looks like super fancy hotel wallpaper, like, you know, that they put in the lobby bathroom
Yes.
of that fancy hotel.
At the Radio City Music Hall in New York.
Yes, because it's very much that style.
It's
There you
very
go.
deco-y.
Deco-y.
And I'm thinking on this one, I'm going to go ahead and put one more layer of, now that I have my open Prussian, I'm going to put a little, make it a little bit thinner and do it over the whole thing, because I want to intensify that blue. That's where I'm going with that. Okay, here we go. This is the 2 stencils. This is the one that I...
Oh, yes. That's cool. You kind of lined it up very interestingly.
Well, I didn't necessarily want to line it up, or I didn't intend to line it up.
It's totally accidental.
Totally. I wished I could say that I did, but I didn't, because when you have the stencil down on the plate, this you can't turn over because it falls off. It's heavy. You know, it's like
It's got glue and string.
string.
It is literally held together with glue and string.
It really is. And it falls off. So you don't have that option. You've got to put your thing down on it. Now, the red part...
You got to get down on it.
I probably could have flipped that over and really lined it up and had it be... But I like it. I love where it's showing the print. It's transparent enough that it's showing it below. I think that's really... I'm very proud of this. I don't know that it's done. That's why it's in this pile. But now, let's get back to this. And yes, I do have my plate all cleaned off. Don't want to cover up the Zia thing is over there.
All right, while you grab that, I'm going to do the business.
You're going to do what?
I'm going to do the business.
The business? Oh, yes. While I gather up my...
All right, guys.
Thoughts?
So we are getting very close to our 3,000 subscribers. This is a Sunday video, so be sure to come back and leave your comments below, because that's how you get entered. If you are outside of the United States of America, please let me know that you are, so I can make sure that you're on the list of our international giveaway. It's a little bit smaller. It's got to be in a packet. I do apologize. Shipping is just nutty. So that is that business about the giveaway. We've added skins. Oh, we got some freebie paints because we placed a Jerry's Artorama order and they gave us some free paints. So I put that in the giveaway. So that's...
Yeah, because I already had the colors.
Yeah, so she's like, just put it in the giveaway. And they're like the little tubes. So that's awesome. Let's see here. Do give a thumbsy upsies if you are just popping in and hanging out with us. We do very much appreciate that. If you're watching back on the replay, please thumbsy upsies as well. It counts then too. It lets everybody on the YouTube know that something cool might be happening. Please be sure to share with your Arty friends. That is another way to definitely support us and get us to that goal. You guys you're in it with us. We're in this together.
We are.
We
like
are.
it or not.
Like it or not. You keep showing up, so you know
Yeah.
Like
We
that.
just assume that you're
Yeah.
you're along for the ride.
You're part of the crew. All right, so there is all of that. If you want to hang out with us during the week, on the off days that we're not streaming and Who's It, What's It, and hang out with a lot of these lovely, lovely people that are in the chat and see the art that they are making,
Yes.
you could do that in the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. All of those links have been dropped into the chat here and there. They will be dropped in, periodically. You can also go ahead and use the, show me more area right below the video. And there is all kinds of information there. Along with like the paper that we recommend using, things like that. Those are some affiliate links, other ways to kind of help us out. That is no additional charge to you. That is just something that we, if we like it, we're going to let you guys know about it. And it helps us earn some little commissions off of that. I think that is all of the business. Is that the business? Oh, Arty Perks. Oh, if we get 3 more people in the Arty Perks, then we get more emojis. The fun Patricias and Brads and Mariahs and Izzy's. And what we're going to do is we're going to, you guys got to let us know. We'll figure that out kind of once we get there. Have you guys vote on, like, what you think some cool emojis would be to add for the, PM Artist Studio business. So there you go. Hello, Marita. So glad you have joined us. And there we go. Look at that. He's getting it lined up.
I am, and I want to talk about when Brad designed these. I asked him, I said, if you can make the inside shapes bigger and make some of them smaller, I think it would be really cool.
It is cool to have the 2 sizes.
Yeah.
You must have it. Well, yeah, it's a brand new one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Some
I've
pieces
got
have not
still
been
got some.
removed.
Oh, I still got some pieces to remove.
Do it carefully.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta be a professional picker.
And that I ain't.
Hello, Marianne. You're
I
new.
am not a professional picker. I don't have the tools for it, and I certainly don't have the
eyesight. Because it's kind of weird when you're looking at that one. It's kind of trippy anyway. the lines. Oh, this is an imperfectly perfect.
Yeah.
It has a little cut. The Cricut decided to have a little, kind of freak out. It does that every once in a while.
But I said I don't really care. It's okay.
Yeah.
I can.
Yours will be all intact if you order.
And hopefully the little things will be picked out. But you might want to look at it.
No, we do. We just didn't do it because it was imperfect and.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've got most of them.
You can leave them in, but then they get stuck.
They get stuck onto your plate, and then you're brainering them around, and you're going, "What is that?
Stuck in my brain.
Why is that spots keep showing up out there?" And of course, I can't see it.
Hello, Brenda.
Okay. Anyway, your stencil will arrive without all that in there, and you can see I haven't used this, but I was very excited to receive it. All right, now I can put. I'm holding this above it. I don't know that this is the one that I want to use. I think maybe I want to use this one, which allows a little bit more of the flower.
Oh, that's pretty looking too right now.
To show through.
And you could start with the big and then maybe even bring in the other.
Yeah, just depending. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to start off light. And
work your way.
Work my way.
Yeah.
That's my plan here. So, what color do we want? It really doesn't matter because we've got basically black. Gray. With some, I don't know, other stuff there. I'm not sure what it is exactly. But anyway, it doesn't really matter because we're mostly focused on changing the starkness of the white.
Yes.
All right, we do not want to use opaque paint because that's going to obliterate way too much. Now, that being said, if I put that down and just use the lines opaque,
yes,
then
remember to use your tissue paper.
Remember to put, yeah, no kidding.
I will try to remind you.
God, I couldn't believe that. I'm just like, oh, really? Oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing.
All fired up.
All fired up. Okay, so I like this green, but I don't think I like it for this. I like this green much better. But now I could even go with something really, really, really dark.
Hello, Catherine, no problem. Lark
Like
away.
this. Or
I like the blue.
the purple.
Oh, do the purple. I'm just so in love with that purple right now.
I know, I am too.
Do the purple.
And that's going to really, I think it's going to even show up on the dark.
Judy P, she votes purple.
I think so
And
too.
Fran says LOL, tissue.
Thanks, Fran. Okay, just make sure.
Purple. They're starting. I hear the chant. Purple.
Purple. Go purple. Go purple.
Oh, and then P got, so I was discussing with Anne, in quite a bit of detail on, the proper deli paper, and she's like, really, you should go to Sam's. I'm like, well, I hate Sam's. They irritated me many years ago, and just can't get over it. Sometimes I have those
We're
moments.
boycotting them.
Yeah, it's going
We
on,
moved
like,
to Costco.
whoa, I don't know how many years, but anyway, very long time. And so I was like, no, I'm not going, and we're not doing the Sam's thing. But, and then P wanted the 15-inch deli paper anyway, which I don't know that they necessarily have even, and I don't know if Costco carries deli paper. I'm sure that they do, but they didn't online. So that was much dilemma about all that. And then I ended up ordering from Amazon. Probably didn't get like the best deal, but we didn't have to go anywhere. And it was 15 inches. It checked 2 boxes.
That it did.
Oh, I just love that. Love the fact that you can see it through the thing right now. That looks cool.
Now, I still have a little
Yeah, a little lippy
here
out there.
and here, which,
That's as big as the Yupo comes.
as big as the Yupo comes. You
Well-
can't. Okay, somebody should be chanting. Tissue paper, tissue paper.
Yeah, and you got a little, hopefully
That's okay.
it'll lay down. All right, there.
I think so.
Your little
Yeah, where it's kind
loopy
of
loop.
bellied
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
it'll work. Here's my tissue paper, or
See,
my
15 inches, very nice.
deli.
She's
And
loving
this is
it.
what's nice about doing this particular technique. And I really, because I can get that up and I won't be messing up my print with that
See, I'm
edge.
so glad we didn't go. Christy says she can't find deli paper at Costco for years, so yeah.
You know,
Oh, thank you, Catherine. Gary says the last time he was in the States, you purchased a roll of freezer paper. How do you feel about printing on that? Wax side or non-wax side? Now, with the freezer paper stuff, we use,
that's what's on my table.
yeah, we use that.
I don't really like it to print on.
Because it rolls up, like, it holds the roll.
It holds the roll. Did you see me struggling with it and I had to put it in my
remember?
mouth? Yeah, that was,
Remember that?
That was attractive.
It was funny.
Everybody, yeah.
I can't remember if we used that for the highlighter. I really wanted
Did you? You
No,
better
I don't
not.
think we did. I don't think we did.
That
I
would be
thought of-
so
I know.
rude.
it just makes me chuckle.
See, you can always go back in. What?
Oh, that's funny. Britta says, what is the name of this puppy dog tongue stencil? We could call it Lappy.
This is Jelly Shelly.
No, this is not Jelly. This is Bloopy.
Oh no,
Loops.
this is Loopy Rabbit Ears.
Yeah,
Little
Bloopy
Bunny
Loops.
Foo Foo.
Yes, Bloopy Loops. But I love that. Oh, puppy dog tongue.
Okay, now we're going to try to really do a good job on this, and I'll have to wipe up my table, but that's why I like this paper underneath, Carrie.
Oh, it come my way. There you go.
Well, the other one wasn't completely.
No.
That's all right.
Sugar bits. Mm-hmm. That's all right. Because I think you're going to have to cut it down anyway. Because your print is 8 by 10.
Yeah. Well,
That wasn't as mind-blowing.
isn't that interesting that it didn't show up on the white as much as it did in
What
this
paper
area?
is that?
This is the print paper.
The Pacon.
Mm-hmm. And I might have...
Did you have something... your stuff is dry.
It's dry. That could explain a lot of things. Okay, well, that's great. This is dry. Now we can do something else here. Real quick with this. What I always go to...
Oh, goodness, Darcy. Oh, thank you.
What?
She just ordered the bloopy loops and the dragonflies. And then she had to have all the butterflies. I appreciate it.
Hey, you will not be
and I think
angry that you did that.
No, and I think with Darcy, the stuff that you create, all of those are perfect for the
Don't be afraid to get quite a bit of this out there, because remember, this is fluid. It dries fast, and you want lots to work with. And you get it on your roller, because it may be spots on here that are still kind of a little bit damp. I don't think so, because I think that's what was the problem with our print.
That Yupo kind of just sucked it up.
It did.
Oh, there you go. Ooh. It really changed when it sucked down on there. Did you guys see that? That was pretty cool. It's like, woo.
All right, we're gonna brayer a little more vigorously.
Christy, I think, do we have it in larger sizes?
I mean,
if not, I can
Baron.
I can get it produced in a larger size.
What is it?
We're trying to make larger sizes of kind of everything. See, we were hesitant for a long time just because of shipping, and we thought that those larger packets were going to get more messed up, but that has not necessarily been an issue, so we're pretty happy about that. So now we're kind of going back to older items and making them available in larger sizes. So I will go back and look at that. And we can get an 8x10 and a 9x12 version. Ooh, that's cool. See? Well done.
Oh, I really like it.
What was that you used? That was the...
transparent red iron oxide. I like it, but I also like quinacridone nickel azo gold.
They're very similar.
I like Indian yellow hue. I like nickel azo yellow. Yeah, those are good pullers. The thing you want to remember is when you put these down, you know, don't lollygag about.
No lollygagging.
Get your paper down on there, or get your gel plate down on your paper. Especially with this Pacon, because what I notice about it, it has more tooth. So that's a good thing if your paint is nice and wet.
Kylie says those colors fix most things.
Those colors fix most things. They honestly do. They honestly do. All right, now I'm going to have this plate go away with this nice messy stuff on the edge there.
All right, and I'm trying to figure out, Kelly. All right, so she says, could you take the same design, keep it the same size, paper-wise, and then make design itself enlarged a bit? Are you talking about, like, for the, like, wavy windows, or... Wait, no. I think I know what you're saying, but I want to make sure.
It's always best to. Because I think I finally explained myself on the dragonflies. I feel sure that I have. Look at this. It's funny.
Crazy.
All right. Yes, and this is done with this. And I wanted it just for that cool looking background. And we're going to do something with that with dragonflies here in a minute, as soon as I've gone through this. And this is this is the Pacon print paper, which I highly, highly recommend. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
You really can't. Okay, we want to make this more interesting. Because this was a pull where we used, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I need to drink my coffee and get it out of here, and I'll let you look at this while I'm... That's the C stencil.
Yeah. That one's been around for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, I really...
Thank you, Carolyn. Yes, we'll
I gave that a good workout, I think.
Thank you, thank you.
And, you know, I don't know that this is necessarily what I want to use here, but that way it will get, I will cover the whole thing and I won't have to worry about it. Okay, so, what do we want to do? What do we want to do here?
You're welcome, Darcy.
Murdery red.
Yeah, Kelly, I think that, yeah, that's pretty much how we do it. We just, for a lot of designs. Now, some of them, we keep the pattern size the same, and then just either multiply it, which, you know, you can do like with a step and repeat type design. And then others, we will just, you know, expand it to make those, you know, you go from 5x7, 8x10, and then to the 9x12, or like right under, because the sheets of UPO that we use are 9x12. Now, if we started ordering, you know, big massive quantities, we might be able to get press size sheets, but then, you know, the Cricut only holds a 12x12 sheet anyway.
Yeah, you'd have to get a bigger...
Yeah, then we're talking then a bigger CNC type machine, which I am not opposed to, but definitely you're not at that level of things.
Not yet.
Not yet. Hey, keep buying stencils. We're getting there.
All right, I'm trying to make this less murdery and more a warmy tomatoey.
A hug.
A
Less stabby.
Huggy orange, not a stabby orange. Orange, red. But
Red. Red.
red.
Murdery red. Huggy red.
I'm trying to make it a little more friendly. But I like red.
Yeah, I don't know. And Pacon, even in Canada, seems to be a little bit tricky to find. And I don't. Now, I will tell you this, Chris, that I think the Blick, like, you know, Dick Blick, I don't know if they sell that in the UK or not, but they have a printing paper. That's, in fact, why we bought the Pacon. Because I just didn't want to place the order with Dick Blick, because then, like, I was going to have to pay for shipping, and I don't want to do that. So I found an option that we were going to try out, which was the Pacon, and turned out that we quite like it.
Quite like it. Don't forget
Tissue.
tissue. Don't forget tissue.
I think you can buy Yupo on the roll.
I think you can too, but
'Cause-
it's huge.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
you have to buy a ton.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. And then, like, you know, where do you store that?
'Cause
and
we've
then how
already
do
got-
you cut it? It got tricky.
All of the above, and I think that probably should have come out, but I didn't punch it out. You have to understand this is a
This is an
perfectly
operation out of our-
perfectly imperfect stencil. I get all the rejects, okay?
We figure if she can work with it, you know, it'll be okay.
I was just, you know, happy to have it. Look at that.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, I really...
So, Lisa Mingus sent me this thing from Pinterest, which was hilarious, that said, I read books, so I'm less murdery, or something like that. Isn't that it? Lisa, are you still with us?
I put it in.
And it was a cat reading To Kill a Mockingbird, and I'm like, we really need to do something like with P that says, you know, I gel print, so I'm less murdery. Making a murdery print. I think that's funny.
And I'm making a really nice little frame here with my deli paper.
Oh. Well, Diane loads it on a canvas roller and cut it with the guillotine. So are you cutting it on your, like, for your Cricut? I need to know more, Diane. Gotta get me note up here. Send me a picture. Yes, there we go. Thank you, Robin. I was trying, my brain was, yes. It's the sulfite drawing paper at Dick Blick. That was the stuff that Robin sent us, and we loved it. But I just, like I said, didn't want to pay for shipping. And I didn't know that we, like, loved it yet, because we only had a couple pieces. Or, you know, there was a little stack that Robin had sent us. And so then that's when we moved on to Pacon. But yes, okay, so they often have free shipping over a certain amount, yes, which is pretty easily reached.
They do, but at that point. Okay, I want you to look at this print. I think this is really I just, the reason I love the rabbit ears in all the different, you know, is because you can look at what you've got there, and now all of a sudden, you don't even see the C's anymore.
Yeah, and it almost looks like this, you know, how it just kind of come in. It adds movement. Like
it
us.
Adds a lot of movement, which there's movement there anyway. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't think I'm necessarily finished with this, but I'm going to go ahead and put it aside. And do you see why I went ahead and did this one on the larger plate? Because then I could go clear out to the edge and I didn't have any of that showing. And that's something, you know, I don't know. It may not be important to you.
Yeah.
I like that. But I'm not finished with it. But I want to keep on going here. Okay. I really like this print. I just think it would benefit from a layer of maybe nickel azo gold.
Oh, red.
Maybe some of the iridescent.
Hello, Nisi.
No, I think I'm going to go with the nickel azo gold. And
Yeah,
I've got some stuff to pick up here. Oh, it just knows.
Maybe that's why you're a little grump too. Just not feeling quite right. I don't know.
No, it isn't. My eyes are all
itchy. I found a pet booger for her off the floor yesterday.
That's not a good one, y'all.
Sorry, I don't know what's dinging here. I think it
turns
turns
that is dinging. It was dinging when you were downstairs earlier.
Oh, people are letting me know about things.
Oh, they are?
Mm-hmm.
Good things?
Yeah, about what's going on in the thing. Oh, yes. Okay. I see what you're saying. We've kind of done that with the Sea of C's. If you check that one out, Kelly. That's pretty much, yes, and then just created that into the smaller design. And I think maybe even the smaller ones are created that way, because we have bloopy loops available in the 2 styles. So check that out, Kelly. Yeah, go to our website, look at all the options under bloopy loops, and I think it is exactly as you have said there. Oh, that's funny.
Okay, there was really nothing wrong with that other print, but I think that this layer of, and I know that this is kind of maybe my signature. Now look at this. It left behind a ghost print of the Sea of C's. Look at this. I mean, just doesn't it look like something you would see in...
Yeah, it looks like a rusty kind of artifact. Yeah, nicely done. All right,
I like that. Like that.
Diane was cutting it to do alcohol paintings and sold it to other artists. With a roll of Yuko. Very smart. She didn't think about doing stencils then.
Okay, now I want to pull this because I think this is going to be really cool. Let's turn it over and see.
Hey, why don't you just take a little moment, because Carrie has asked a question and we could flip through it, which might also give you a little inspiration about the little books that we create out of gel prints.
Oh.
1 minute.
Yes, and I'll let that dry because I think it'll be better. I've got to stop leaving my brayer down like that, because I do want to do something with this. And I either want to use, I think the rabbit things would be good.
I mean, here's a few. Now, these are the little ones, and we certainly could make bigger ones, and I think now that P has been making more big prints, because she was talking about that too. She's like, what are we going to do with these big prints? So I think that maybe stepping it up and doing some larger books
Yeah.
would not be a, you know, terrible idea. All right, here, I'm going to pass them through lower. I've got the different camera clipped on with a clip, you know.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that was one of the books that I made.
Oh, yeah, this is so cute. Look at this stick. Isn't that wonderful?
That was the stick that Izzy brought.
And there's old Lattice.
That was a pretty cool little technique because that's just impasto. Now, it wasn't as clear as I wanted it to be.
Is that tissue?
Yeah, because remember it didn't, or no, those were, yeah, that might have been a piece of tissue. But it was funny because it sort of,
sorry, stuff drives me crazy. It's just.
Yeah, you're in a knot there. There you go. She chose the most difficult one. There you go. She's working through it.
I'm working through it. This
It's just a struggle.
Yeah, well, and the strings keep grabbing onto each other and hugging up. And
I'll deal with that later. Yeah, it's shedding.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa.
Hello, Marcia.
Creepy spidery. Oh, this is just such a look at the sewing here. I was so impressed with this. And then she hugged it through the little.
Yeah, because this was like one.
This was a screw up.
If you don't hold them in the zutter right, that's what happens.
Yeah, it kind of gets a bit off, and then it makes everything. But look at that washer. Holy cow! Right, good job on that. Yeah, and these are the ones. Remember when we were talking about painting and then running it through the Cricut?
Yeah, those were
we
some
had to
that made
dig
it.
these out. I mean, I literally had to sometimes take the X-Acto knife and cut around them because it didn't like it.
Yeah.
It was too much. Oh, and this is one of my pages that I did the
And then I painted over the block.
Oh, and remember, I think it was who was I just watching that had the outline?
Kylie.
Kylie. Yes, she put it down over the other stencils.
Kylie.
This is it right here.
So I was kind of mean. I should have sent a note with that saying that you did not get the inner bits. I had just given you the outer bits because I sent the inner bits off to someone else as a little, you know, sample kind of thing. But I was like, ooh, Kylie would really, like, she would dig these. And she was trying to figure out how the orbs fit inside of those. I was like, oh, goodness, I should have put a note that said, you know, this was to something else. But yeah, that's how that little block is made. So, she recognized it.
Did she?
Yeah.
Here's one of Felicia's homemade papers.
Oh, yes. That's some good business.
Oh,
right
it
there.
is. I don't know if she's still selling those in her little store.
I don't know that she ever really sold it. Maybe.
Oh.
Need to ask her. And see, there was some,
Yeah.
you know, iffy trimming on some of this.
Well, I'll say. That's substandard.
Don't judge me.
This needed some more stuff on it. Why did you put that in here? But you know what? That was so cool. Is Sharon here? Is Sharon with us today?
Yeah.
When she was putting together her box of stuff to take with her to her travel box, and she put all of these things in there that she could work on, you know, when she was out and about, and then she had all the necessary things. Well, I probably wouldn't have everything that I wanted in there,
Never.
needless to say.
She didn't have it all here. And it's all here.
But I have journals and boxes over there. That, yeah, okay. Well, a lot, you know, and this is really what these little books are for. It's for when I reach a point where I just keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, she's kind of right there. She's
I
sort of
am.
stuck
I
enough.
need a little jolt out of there. And these little books are fun because you can look at them and you can say, oh my gosh, I could go and put some gold leaf in. Oh, look at this.
Oh, don't get out the gold. Well, we don't have the air on, so you could get the gold leaf.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ever open gold leaf in a windy area.
Some of these seem like they're 2 pages, but they're just stencil on both sides, and it's really
very, very heavy. And I
heavy.
glued them together.
And here, look at this. See? Isn't that lovely? I mean, it's not anything to write home about. Wonderful, but I love it, simplicity-wise. And I mean, some of these have multiple. Oh, look.
That's
That's
Gibson's.
Carrie's stencil. plus a little bitty
Oh, that's,
wonky net.
yeah, the little wonky net. Oh, there's some Izzy's little star.
And there's these little stars. And here's the end of the...
Yeah, the other side of that one that probably you saw in that other book.
Yeah. And look, here's some more of Carrie's.
Mm-hmm. You got some X's
X's.
there.
And here, I tried to do a little X with that stuff there, fancy-like, but you can see I'm not too successful at that.
What is the stencil on the book cover? Which she's probably talking about the swirly one. Well, that's cups, caps, and bowls right there. That is the swirly swirl swirls.
And the reason that we did this is because it was a texture plate.
Yeah, and I think...
And it got really... I think we sent the other one off to someone.
I was going to say, I think the other half is with someone from the giveaway. And I can't remember. Maybe Joe Lynn?
I can't remember who
got a book.
Who got a book? Speak up.
Yeah, because I can't remember that exactly. Because I think we only gave one book away.
Yes, we did. And here's that.
I love that one.
Here it is again.
I love that one. And then what's funny is
here it is again.
Some of these you can even recognize. There will be like ATCs that we send out to people.
And here it is again.
And I just noticed, flip back to the kind of, more pastel-y. So that, and then the one right before that. There are ATCs that were in that series.
Oh, yeah, for
that
sure.
We've been sent out to people.
And here's some X's from Texas. Yeah, I need to do something like this because I think...
Oh, Darcy, I'll hook you up.
Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's just with light and fluffy. And this is with my circular
and
gel
you
plate.
Get some really awesome metallic...
And wavy. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I know.
Metallic business with that.
See, I haven't been doing that. I've really been just skating on... That's probably why I'm really frustrated.
I need to bring out the texture paste.
I do.
I love some texture. And
look at this. You see this?
It's heavy.
It's got them on both sides. And look at this. This is what's really cool about this stencil is here the lines are emphasized. Other times the shapes are emphasized. I had such a fun time doing these.
Get some rest, Heather.
Oh, there's old thumbprint.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to find my big thumbprint, Mariah. Remember when you moved all of my other stencils from the little box?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Maybe.
See this wild look in my eye?
Uh-huh.
They used to be right down here, and I stumbled over them all the time. Now I'm not stumbling over them. And
yeah.
What is that? What shiny stuff is that?
I need to see it like... Oh, that's the...
So I really like that. I need to use that. And this is the spider web.
Here.
Oh, yes. And see, I forget about this stuff, too, because
This is in my drawer.
This is some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
A little pricey.
The cat's picking on the dog. It's hilarious.
But well worth the money, and they last forever.
Yeah.
Look at the subtle wonderfulness of this print.
So all those ooky, like, just background ones that you kind of are tired of and then you don't really want to gel print over, just chop them up, put them in a little book, and then actually get them stenciled before you bind them. Because stenciling, or doing the texture paste and stenciling in the little books is a bit tricky.
It's very tricky.
Not that we haven't done it.
I just chop them out to this size. Then, I went ahead and did the stenciling and whatnot. And then Mariah punched holes in them. Isn't that sound just great?
Carla, she's back. She went down a rabbit hole searching for paper lace. We'd love to know your results, Carla.
Now look at this, and I forget about that stuff too.
Oh, what were the paint? Oh, they're
Fine Tech.
Fine Tech. You can get the Calero version too, because they had I I don't know if they're still available. Hold on here. These are the ones we started with, and they're a little bit more reasonably priced. I don't know if they come in the other colors. I can't remember that. The Coliro
I
Fine
think
Tech.
that they do. And really, you know, it's such a... The only reason I like the Fine Techs is because they solubilize rather rapidly.
These
the
are...
Coliros, you have to let the water set a little
Yeah.
off for them to kind of get goopy.
When people talk about the creaminess of watercolors, that's when we started noticing, oh, okay, this is the difference.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is the price difference and the creaminess and how quickly they, you know, solubilize is what,
Yes.
you know, yeah.
How they get to the consistency that you can actually
Well, and then
paint
you
them.
want to really, like, kind of notice that those, like, hand-mixed ones from Nibs,
Oh, yeah.
and that's
Those
some
are
business.
some awesome. Now, some of these actually have, but you can see the
Yes, they're metallic.
Seth's stuff.
Oh, yeah, that is some business. There isn't anything
You know,
else quite like
there isn't anything else like that, and you need to get some. If you don't have that stuff right there, and you're using stencils, you're missing the boat.
Do you have it right there?
I think I do.
And be sure if you do buy it from Seth's shop, let them know that we sent you.
Yeah, just for chuckles and grins.
Like him to know.
Because there are some things,
that we're like, you can't, we don't know where else you'd find something exactly quite like that in the colors, because it's those Izink, no, it's gonna,
diamond.
Oh, you
Izink diamond glitter paste. And they come in those pouchy things.
it was driving her crazy, because they kept falling over.
They kept falling over. And then what happens is, I don't know what it is. The neck of them gets stopped up. So then I would have to dig that out. So I just went ahead, cut the bottom of the bag open, and I got every bit out of there. Let me tell you what. And here we are. And I can get it out there and put it down, and no problem.
Diane says, twinkling H2Os are really, really creamy metallic paints. There you go. See, Diane knows these things.
Creamy H2Os?
I would say it's just like a brand of watercolor, metallic watercolor.
Oh.
I highly recommend having them. I love them. It's fun to do the spatter thing.
Oh, it is. And sometimes that's just all that you needed to do.
It's cool because, like, once you have something textured, you can then just put just a little blob of the watercolor down and then just rub it across.
See, this is some more of that. This.
Izink.
It's Black Coffee
Yeah.
Izink Diamond Glitter Paste by Aladine. And it comes from France. You know, it's kind of some she stuff.
Violet says, hey, Pete, let's go spend an afternoon at an art gallery or an art museum. Have a light lunch and maybe some chocolate treats. I'll buy. Then come home and create some little art journals.
Oh, I would just love to
Yes,
do
you would.
that. I would love to do that. You know, in Anchorage, their art museum was like not the greatest in the world, but they had some stuff there, and it was interesting culturally because they had a whole floor just devoted to, and they completely redid it, and I didn't get to see it before I came here, but Rasmussen, I don't really, they're philanthropist people in Alaska, and they do a lot of that.
That's kind of like the crows around here.
Yeah. Now, this is one of Carrie's.
We called it wishbone, but I think it's something.
Wishbone and hot dogs.
Yeah.
Hot dogs and wishbones.
But I think it's something like
don't know
Atch or whatever.
But I really like that, and I need to find that. I don't know where that got off to. It's probably stuck to the bottom of something. Multiple.
Oh, you might need the palette knife for that one.
Oh, see, it's pulling loose my little.
Well, and that's texture paste.
That's texture. What happens is that texture paste surface, it has grabby things in it.
They're kind of like Velcro.
A lot, yeah. And I mean, that's really, I can feel that.
Oh, well, Sharon, yeah, you got to use those boogers up like this. It's so
Look
cool
at
to
this.
push it. Yeah, see, she pushes it in and around. Now, that's why she had the little finger condom deals.
Yeah, because if you're doing that over the top of the stencil stuff, you wear your fingertips out.
How did you find that spark? I don't think she's ever used it on the plate. And in fact, she purposefully has not, like, because I even told her, I was like, well, you know, can you put this on the gel plate? She's like, I don't want it coming off in the plate. Because those little glitter things will embed.
They're gritty.
Yeah, and they will embed and cause pitting. And that's kind of one of the reasons, like, she's real, you know, even with the texture paste, making sure it's not pokey. So whenever she creates the texture plates, a lot of times, you know, it is smoothed out. It isn't, what do you call it? Like when you, like the puckering, but like, you know, when you, when you're creating the texture and you're kind of like pulling it up.
Oh, yes, and it has a sucky marks.
Yeah, it's kind of like creating little peaks or whatever. You don't want to do that, like with your gel plate.
Yeah, because those would be like little needles.
Yeah.
Look at this. Can you all see that?
Oh, no, well, what are you saying, Sharon? Can you wax them so they don't stick? Oh, yeah, we have. We just.
Now, these have been waxed.
We've used the
wax doesn't work so much with the texture paste, though.
Yeah.
It does stopping the
yeah, I'll make that stuff
the
slick
pages.
as snot.
But I mean, you know, if it kind of, I don't really care. But y'all see that? That's caused from that the Calero or the Fine-Tech. I don't know which one because I use them both.
Are you guys having fun? Let us know in the chat. Enjoying looking back at the little gel prints. We just needed to get a little re-energized. This is what we do. We look at the books. I'm glad that Carrie asked.
Look at the books. Look at the books. There's some green.
You need to talk about Judy's cover right next to you there.
Do need to talk about
Now, that was some funny business because she sent that. And then I'm like, oh my God, this thing. And she's like, yeah, sorry, I didn't seal it. And it was kept giving. I'm like, is it okay if I seal it? I don't know what's going to happen, but can we seal it? She's like, yeah.
Well, so then we sealed it, and we lost a lot of the really pretty things on there, so I had to come back in and restore, hopefully. I mean, it still isn't quite as pretty as it was before we did that, because it was very distinct, the spots. But when we sealed it, probably should have sprayed it with something first.
Probably.
But I was so excited about it being a cover for my book.
Well, and they each have one. So Judy P has.
Judy has one of these, and we can look at them together because we have the same page.
Working in them together, but you know.
Is Judy there? Is she watching today? Is Judy with us?
I thought she was here. Yes, there she is. I love that. Okay.
Hi, Judy. We're looking at our book, and see some of these pages. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful?
These were a little bit more simpler pages because there was the thought that they'd come back and work in them.
Yes.
Do like,
and I can come back and work in them. See, Sharon, I could take this with me. Well, but mostly I would need to, well, I need to seal this baby. But I didn't want to seal it because once you put the wax on, you can't paint on it or anything. It doesn't stick.
It doesn't hold glue or you can't write on it.
And look at that. That page is so wonderful. Even that little pull-off mark out there. Oh, and I like that one too. But these were just gel plates that were just prints that were just, you know, chopped up. And
oh, that one's nice too.
I know. But this book needs more work.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Does that just make a leopard leap off the plate?
Leopard leap.
Leaping leopards. Like that print too.
Christy, so a lot of times we just use the Distress Glaze. You know, it's a Ranger.
Boy, that's some yellow.
Tim Holtz Ranger product. Kind of oily. Or is it oily? Yeah, it's kind of oily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you see the idea here.
Oh, yeah, Fran, when we sent the one to Judy, and I think, Judy, you opened it on I think she has a video where she opened it, but I had put wax paper in between every single one, because when you ship them, because, like, they really smash them.
And if they get a little warm, you know how that works.
Then that's even worse, so. Oh, yes, cold wax. We've talked about, like, you know, rubbing, some people rub candles on them.
But don't do that until you're completely through.
Yeah.
That's such a nice page.
I like that one.
Yeah, I don't really know that needs much. This needs something. Look at that little leafy print there. Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
There's some pink and green.
with some dots.
Dots. There's some
Stompy rock.
stompy rocks. There's some gears. There's some
Yeah, you need to do more
geopoly.
work in that one. That's what you should be doing at night. Just doodling and texture pasting.
Well, I could, but some of these I really just like them like they are. Judy, you're supposed to be helping me think of things to do.
Have you impastoed any pages? That might be kind of cool.
Yeah, that is what some of those need. Now,
Just to
here's the
add-
thing that I really wish that this binding, I wish it was one that you could take it apart again. You know, like a snappy thing.
Oh,
You
kind
know
of like
what?
those traveler journals have. Like
Yeah.
with the folded over page. Yeah. Or the ring binders.
Or the ring.
Carrie Gibson uses those a lot. Those little plastic things. And then that way she can take it out and then put it back in. I don't know. These are so thin, though. I don't know that they would work well with that sort of, like, but maybe. I mean, you can pull it apart and put it back together. It's just,
Yeah, you just have to sit there and thread them all
Futz.
through.
yeah, futz with that.
That's not okay. Well, no, let's do some printing here.
Are
This
you,
is
you re-energized?
re-energized. Love this. This is so much fun. If you don't haven't made one of these books, I highly recommend that you do because they're just so cool. See, and I wrote in here, the lookbook completed on the 22nd of August, 2021. Trisha R. Carmichael, Sexy, Texas. Bound by Mariah Russian using a machine provided by Christy Meyer. I mean, you know, I think that's kind of cute. Yeah, I love those people. Related to one. Christy's practically
Yeah.
family. Okay, I'm going up.
Okay.
All right. Well, anyway, this glitter stuff, I need to dig this back. I am
Texture paste some things.
texture paste some things.
Yeah. Rub some sparkly bits
Rub
in
some
it.
sparkly bits on some stuff right after I do this print. That's
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We did.
that was just a hoot. All right, now what do I want here? Oh, I might as well use this.
Yes, it's a Zutter. It's a little, cinch machine with the...
Okay,
I
well,
think
we'll
there's a couple of different
have some
brands.
mucky muck around the edges here, but we don't care. Boy, look at that. That must have been a tough pull. I lost a corner.
Okay, so they're asking, are they single pages printed both sides? Some of them.
Printed both sides.
But then some of them I glued together.
Mariah's, the ones that you could see a little bit of the edge there. Yeah, she glued those together.
Because they were already cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've since then learned a better trick with that. And I attribute that to Peg over at Two Old Crows. Because I was like, well, yeah, that seems totally, yeah. Yeah, if you glue it down and then cut it. That's so much better. But they were already cut.
All right, now we want to talk about which one we want to use. Do we want to use the one that's what?
We solved the Barty problems, Barty B of the world while you reminisced. Arty.
Problems of the
What are
world.
the Barty problems?
See, I swear to God, I can. Oh, here
Hey,
it is.
Teresa.
Here it is. Okay, do we want to use this one
Aw,
or this one?
that's so sweet, Susan.
I think we should use this one because I want to see some more stuff underneath there, right?
Definitely.
Everybody agree?
Well, you're still funny as I'll get out at 2:30 a.m. We appreciate you, Diane. Hey, Jeanette. Happy you're here.
Is that Jeanette? Jeanette?
No,
Germany, Jeanette?
not Germany, Jeanette. No.
Okay. Okay, now we have to talk about color here. Initially, I envisioned silver.
I think gold's better. Or copper.
or copper.
Now, you know, as soon as we said that, Fran's little ears perked up, and she'll be...
She'll be really upset if we don't follow through with that. But here's the thing. We're going to have to wait and do a dry pull simply because I know that silver is going to dry too fast.
Copper.
Copper, whatever. Metallic we use.
Okay.
So I don't really want to do that. I want to do something else.
Well, what about...
How about the light blue?
Just...
If I had a long time to wait, I don't want to wait.
She didn't want to wait.
I don't want to wait. And I know I'm going to have to wait. So, I could use this light blue, which is pretty opaque.
And definitely not copper.
And definitely not copper.
See, now they're all excited about copper. You tease them. You just can't. You cannot
Should
willy-nilly.
never have mentioned copper.
You cannot willy-nilly use copper.
Well, we can try it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, it is good for giveaways and stuff. Carrie wants to know the particulars of the cinch machine, the little zutter. It's wonderful because it fits like in the cabinet too. Like it isn't one of the big machines.
It's just a little thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they probably have more substantial versions.
Oh, definitely. But you know, the bigger the cinch machine, the more space it requires.
Yeah. Jawohl. Okay, we're going to do this, and I'm going to do some retarder.
Yeah, Lisa got hers for
and see if we
$35.
can get this to work. If it doesn't work...
Oh, look at her. Peer pressure. I love it.
Yeah, I know. It is.
She's doing this for you, Frank.
I am. And I don't know what the humidity here today is.
That's
It's
pretty
good.
Yeah, it's been a bit humid.
You have your phone there? Can you look?
Oh, I can. If you really want to know the particulars of it.
Now, remember, when you do this and you're mixing on your plate with the retarder, you want to make sure that you have that little spot where that retarder went. If you do not mix that and integrate it with the paint, it will leave a spot there. But you know, it's kind of on the outside edge anyway, so that's a good thing. Mix it around well.
Yeah, the blobs in the middle are when it's really annoying.
Yes, it is. And we're using this big old plate here.
Oh yeah, it's 74% right now.
Oh, that's good.
Mm.
And you want to have plenty of paint. You don't want to say, oh gee, I wished I'd put more on there. Let me add some more now. Doesn't work very well. So even if you have to waste a little paint, that's better than having to come back in and, you know, start removing your paint when you're not ready to remove your paint.
Okay. Concentrate.
Concentrate. Concentrate.
Fran is copper joy. Yeah, I know there are other machines and such, so there might be a brand available in the UK. Quick, quick, quick. See, Fran could totally do this and like take time and look for a paper and still get the ball of it. Oh,
I needed to take a little bit more, maybe.
Yeah. Nah, let's just do it.
Too late. Running into pots of paint. Yeah, we got a little carried away with the copper there. But here's the thing.
Remember, this is like a used LP anyway. I mean, it's not like we're heartbroken about.
Here's the thing. I can come back now and put glue over the top of this. What?
Violet says, yes, Fran wanders around the room and leaves me in charge. Big mistake. We're very entertained by Violet.
Yes, we are. Fran goes to find her paper. She says, okay, Violet, you're up.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, here.
Yeah, this is what I'm working on.
Hey, but that crochet stuff that you were doing the other day was awesome.
How are your cozy corners? That's what I was calling them. Just making little cozies for the corners.
And look at that wonderful stuff.
Oh, hey, Lizzie. Well, I was going to say, I bet you still get, yep, it sure did. Look at that. LP still given after, I mean, this has
Who
been
knows how many coats?
months, too, of just
sitting about.
I love it.
Look at that.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. So that's an LP. Laser print, you know?
Laser print.
Transfer.
Transfer.
It's still transferring.
It's still transferring. I got to clean this mess up because I don't know if that's on my plate or...
Is there an echo in here?
Woohoo!
Oh, we're excited about this.
Yeah, no kidding. All right.
Now, I'll tell you, one of the reasons that it's still giving has a lot to do with that bluish, whatever crazy. I think, is it? I think that's
it's Prussian.
Was it Prussian?
Yeah.
Prussian is.
I think that's before I had the other stuff.
Prussian's the winner chicken dinner. If you want to for sure get a transfer, especially from a laser print, that has always been successful for P. Now, sometimes she gets lucky with other things because that's just been the experience.
I wish I could say that I have total success
Mastered.
with that, but it is not. It is a hit and miss, hit and miss.
Oh, and then I needed to like clarify to you guys, like in the book, the Let It Rain book, the pictures that I put in the book,
those
weren't failed. Like they're actually the laser prints that had the paint, just like what she used right now, with the paint on it.
Yeah, they weren't transfers. They were the print.
Yeah, because we couldn't get them to transfer. Not in the way they wanted to. Well,
it was, but it was so ghosty that it wouldn't show up on the background that Mariah had. They weren't.
We've decided we're
oofy.
very.
I don't know.
Our pictures are tricky. Number one, P is very like she's all like. There's not a lot of high contrast to her.
Okay, this is wet, and you remember why this is still wet? We put a bunch of retarder with our copper. So we won't be pulling anything off of this right away. But isn't that interesting? Look at that. Transfer.
No, thanks, Judy P.
And what's cool is we've got the transfer, and then we've got loopy bunny ears at the same time. That was a brilliant choice on my part.
It was. You got lucky.
Why is this? What's this luck stuff?
You didn't even think it was going to transfer.
Oh, I didn't think it was going to transfer. No, I did not. Okay, this should be dry by now. Yeah, it is. Okay, so what do we want to do with this?
P is not. Yeah, P.
What?
Sharon goes, P is not low contrast. She really is like her as a person with her hair and everything. It's like you get her eyeballs, sort of. Maybe some of her eyebrows, but.
If I had a black background.
Well, and it was great because you did have the black hat on. So
yes.
that was actually better than before when we had,
Yeah, because it just looked like eyes and, there was no definition of the head at all.
Yeah, and mine's all hair.
Yeah.
But not like. Yeah.
Okay, hey, guess what I have, Violet? I have, well, that's Prussian blue. Violet oxide, which I'm just a little disappointed in this.
She's like, this is not violet.
It's not as purple as I wanted it to be.
And I had mentioned that to her. I said, I
think you're going to be disappointed in this. And she was right, I was. Okay, this is so transparent that I think I'm going to have to go with a light.
Hello, Christine.
I think it's just going to completely be sucked up by...
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to work at all. So what we want to use here to get this off of here is we're going to go to old Lucas. with extra heavy gel medium Amsterdam Impasto retarder. I added some more.
And it'll be a nice background to some things.
It'll be a very nice background for other things.
Yeah.
And we'll get all the mucky muck off of the...
I want kebabs today, by the way. That's my random thought that I just had.
Me too.
We have this kebab place that's down the road. And I'm all about it. Love a falafel. Oh, Christy Hartman said, yeah, it's more in the brown. She was disappointed as well.
Well, I've got a plan. I'm going to pot it.
Fred says it's violet brown. It's more brown.
I'm going to pot it, and I'm going to make it
Alter it.
what I wanted it to be before it got here.
Right. For vision before.
I am going to fix that brown, that violet oxide. It's going to be some awesome stuff.
More violet.
It's going to be, yeah. Okay, when I'm getting ready to pull this, I always go with my Hammermill.
Hammermill.
Because
the
it's
mill's
not
on
the
the hill.
hill. It's the mill where they make paper.
Yes.
They don't grind flour. Just because I happen to think it sucks down onto the surface better.
Teresa says, isn't violet brown called puce?
Puce?
P-U-C-E?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I think somebody should look that up.
It's definitely not on the 1500s list. Did you notice, like, right above P's head in the background there, she's got her hard copy of the paint colors from the 1500s.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that just wonderful?
Yeah, if you would have done anything else, it would have been totally lost.
It would have obliterated.
Yeah.
If I had used a dark color, it would have obliterated it. And I want you to look what's happening with my brayer here.
You're picking up some funky things.
Effulvia.
Like, that sounds like a dirty word. Is it? I don't know.
No, it's not.
Like,
It just means
it
detritus.
sounds medical.
Stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know. You know, I don't know how that stuff happens around here. It just... might be pulling off of these old prints. I don't know.
Mystery.
Who knows?
It's a mystery.
But I kind of like that. I like that little...
Diane says add purple dioxide to it. Violet oxide. Add impasto, thin it out. Oh.
Yeah. Look at that
She might
print.
be
Now,
doing all
isn't that
this.
just beautiful?
Puce is a dark red or purple brown color. Brownish purple.
Oh, well,
Dark
that's
reddish
kind of,
brown.
that's more or less what that is.
What is detritus?
Detritus? Like, you know, little pieces of stuff.
Vitreous.
No, vitreous is a different word.
Oh. Is it detritus?
Detritus.
Oh. I thought you said
That
vitreous.
means little pieces of stuff.
That could be the wrong. What is vitreous?
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
I love that.
And look at this one. Now, see, Mariah, these are the ones that when I give them... I don't know, have you tried spraying on this deli paper?
No, but I think that it's going to work, and I'll tell you why in just a second. I'm going to answer a question here. Angela says, is Liquitex flexible molding paste like Light and Fluffy? No. Nothing is quite like Light and Fluffy that we have found.
Now, I've tried to make it. I added
Baking soda.
baking soda. I added cornstarch.
We've tried some various things.
What
But
else?
because the Light and Fluffy is like whipped, the fluff is just, it's
Air pockets, I guess.
Yeah, or whatever. But, and just their mixture is different than all other pastes that we have tried. Now there's some Finnabair. Is it Finnabair or Finnabar? I don't
It
know.
looks, it's AIR, so it looks like it's air.
Bear,
But
yeah.
it's
But I
you
think
know,
people say Finnabar. I don't know. Anyway, there's some stuff that they have that I would like to try because I watched a thing and I think it is perhaps similar. But I don't know that for sure.
and I don't know it for sure at all.
So So Sandy Franklin says, tell P that she's created monster with Frankenstenciling. I've bought some plastic placemats to make texture and cut them up, and I'm Frankenstenciling everything.
I'll tell you what, once you get started on that
You're
stuff,
kinda like,
it's
oh.
very addictive. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, what if I put it like this? Or like
Yeah.
this? Or I'll cut that part off and put that over here. I know. It is just, it really is a lot of fun. Okay, where are we here?
Yeah, exactly, Darcy. Yeah. Oh, and then, yes, I think that you can do the color sprays on the deli paper, because I have seen people actually do the sprays and things on the gel plate and use the deli paper.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good to hear, because I want to use some of those on red when I paint her.
Marita says, it is Finnabar, not Finnabear.
Finnabar.
Yeah, that AIR thing, though. I really want to
we did not like their texture paste. But they may have other stuff.
So we did have some of that, didn't we? No,
Well,
they have a new one out, though, that paper type one.
Yes,
And I
and we
wanna
have
try
not
that.
tried that, but we would like to try that.
Yes, because we
very much like to try that.
But we didn't like
Anybody
the
out
regular.
there tried it?
I told you I watched that. Who did I watch do it? I want to say it was Maggie, but I don't know if it was Maggie. Michelle. I think it was one of the Michelles. I can't remember if it's Michelle with one L or two L's. But they're all in that, group with like Debbie Kipp, and they do the roundup, or the Kraft roundup people that on Saturdays. Anyway.
Anywho.
One of them did it. Trying to remember. Sorry, guys.
Can't remember if this is really, really transparent. Yeah, that's not going to work. I don't think so.
Oh.
But maybe.
Darcy has lost her deli paper. It's probably under the desk. It's in the stuffy hole.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this. It's going to be very transparent and...
Oh, Fran loves the paste from Finnabar.
Well, mine was... The bottom part of it was all solidified.
Yeah.
I pulled out a big chunk of it that was...
I think you got to use it pretty quick. Well, that was the regular paste that we had.
Yeah.
We didn't have the paper stuff.
We didn't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want that. We just don't have it.
Oh, well, we do lots of spraying on the tissue paper, so I don't see why there would be any issue with the deli paper stuff, for sure.
Well, it just has a little bit different of finish to it.
Oh, Sandy wants to know more about the binding system for books. We did a whole, we can do it again. And goodness knows, P's got plenty of prints that we could use a bit of binding.
Well, they need a bit of work.
Yeah, we kind of have to sort them, figure out a size.
And then I need to do more stuff to them.
Well, which we could work on in the next, couple weeks or whatever. And do some texturing during the stream. And you could have some already textured, and then we can do some of the,
Oh, yeah, just have them all prepped up and ready to go.
Yeah, because that's the main thing is letting the texture paste dry. But if she has that ready to go, then we could do those next steps to them.
Well, I need to go ahead and start printing on the backs of, because gluing those things together was a pain in the padootie.
Yes.
And I want it to be double-sided.
And I think we figured that out with a lot of them too. And then that's how you end up with some cool things too, because if you already cut them and then print the other side.
See, this would be a good candidate for that.
Uh-huh.
Look at that.
That's beautiful. See, so that started out as the bunny ears over the
laser print, which had already been printed over.
Right.
We've already got one transfer from that.
And then what was then left back is still some bunny ears bloopy loops, and then the transfer business. Pulled with your purple.
Yeah.
What pot? Is it
I
pot
should-
number? I think you actually
Pot
have a number
number.
on that
Yes,
one, right?
yes.
Yeah, 7.
Number 7.
7's good.
Number 7 is a good one. It's just the right amount of transparency.
Okay, Carrie. He said if we do a binding one, it needs to be on a Sunday, so he can be here.
Oh, no problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a good
It's
thing.
probably a-
because Sunday we can go over. We don't like to go over on the weekdays because we know a lot of people are making
Well,
a
it's
special
dinner.
effort.
It's
And yeah,
It's bedtime.
Going to work, going to bed. Yeah, it will definitely be on a Sunday,
yeah.
and we'll play with that. And I can start getting that together. One of the other things that I've kind of been out because I've been doing packets for Mariah. All those little packets that you get in the mail. Mm-hmm. Moi puts those together. And, you know, they have to be made. They don't make themselves. Oh, I love this. And here's the other thing. Look at, you know, we have the sheen of the metallic, but I want you to see the sheen of just that paint. And that is done, I
Bye,
think,
Diane. Go to bed.
by adding, we need to know what the formula on number 7 is, Mariah.
Okay.
Can you?
Sorry, bumped my...
I hesitate to ask you to do that, but okay, we're gonna put that away.
Number 7. Okay. I mean, it's been through some things. But I think this is all, you know, been updated in the... on the online version. So, magenta and teal, fluid high flow, 2 drops. Seafoam, a dollop.
Oh,
And
now
that's
that's some
the-
obsessed stuff.
That's the iZinc pearly business. Nothing else is quite like it either. I mean, it is some hardcore, like, opaque, shiny business.
Shiny business.
A dollop. And I say, like, a little tiny bit. Cerulean blue chromium, 5 drops. Glossy gel medium. And I would say that the newest version, actually, you can take kind of that glossy gel medium out. And really what she probably ended up doing is, so there's like 10, oh, there's your altered. Yeah, the new is the 5 drops of the magenta, 1 drop teal, glossy gel, retardant, and 5 drops of cerulean blue chromium. I think that's the truer mix. But they're all right there in the same.
Yes. But I knew it had some kind of metallic in it, and I just...
And the iridescent.
Yes.
Oh, you put in the wild purple with blue iridescent, but that darkened it up. And I think you have lightened it. This one is a newer version.
Yeah, this stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll put a little of that in here. I mean, you can just squirt this out with anything.
Yeah, she loves that stuff.
You don't want to get too carried away with it because it's sticky. It's very sticky for whatever reason.
Oh, there you go. So Anne uses the deli paper in her spray box as an undersheet. It can hold a lot of spray. Well, remember, it's meant to hold grease. So I would say that that totally makes sense. That it's very, you know, it kind of holds it in and locks it. Or like it absorbs it and locks it. Okay.
Getting rid of my streaks here, I hope, before I start pulling paint off.
Yeah, you're kind of, yeah. What was what, Fran? No, but it's kind of good that it didn't pull all of it. But look how much more definition you see on...
That little pattern of that print of that stencil.
Yep.
And even on the dark areas.
Oh, the bottle. Yes, it's Liquitex Iridescent Medium. That's good stuff. If you want things kind of shiny.
Yes, definitely.
But it's not crazy. Like, it's not over the top, like, whoa, like the dragonfly business. Like, that stuff's shiny. This is more of a shimmer. Ooh.
See, you know, it's just like Carrie said. If you don't know what to do, just put nickel azo or what did I just use?
Kylie said.
Kylie, sorry. Was that transparent yellow iron oxide? I don't know.
Nah, I think
it is yellow. Okay, now we're going to do something with this because this is ugly and I want you to know. I mean, how much more ugly could it get? Well, I should never say something like that. That's just asking for it.
You could do a snowstorm. It's been done.
I'm going to do bunny ears. or puppy tongues. Bunny ears to puppy tongues.
Yeah, I like that. Fran says thank you. Yeah, she uses the Galleria one. It's good stuff.
What is it?
I think the Galleria brand.
Of?
The medium, the iridescent medium.
Oh, yes, I've seen her use that. I don't know that we get that. I don't know we have access to that.
Or is it Liquitex Galleria? Why is that? Or Galleria is the name.
Mo was showing some Liquitex paints the other day, and I was like,
Never seen those.
I don't know about those because they came in a little squeezy bottle. What is that?
Is it more?
It's a bug.
It's springtime, y'all, in Texas. The bugs be out.
The bugs be out.
I have June bugs.
Ooh.
I know. I don't like the
They
June
get
bugs.
caught in your hair.
Yeah, they're just. Oh.
And I'm hoping that lizard out there is eating them. But he's such a little guy. I mean, about 2 June bugs is his size. I don't know how many he can eat. I don't know what his metabolism rate is. He needs to make more lizards to eat those dead gum.
Oh, there you go.
And we can start all over and do a whole bunch of other stuff.
Mother other stuff.
Mother other stuff. And
Kylie said she had to pull like that, a dark one today, waiting in the rescued pile. Needs to be rescued.
Isn't that the truth? I don't know if this is the right thing to do or not, but you know.
Oh, that's interesting. And polymer clay people, they use the deli paper to polish pieces. Makes sense. Kind of pulls the wax off of the deli paper probably to polish the polymer clay.
Oh.
Oh, Liquitex fluid is in the squeeze bottle.
Yeah.
What Robin says. Yeah.
Yeah.
She just hadn't seen it.
Oh, look at that.
It's best that she doesn't go and shop around a lot because then her paint list becomes long. Ooh. See, from one rescue to another's highlight.
Yeah, we've gotten 3 remedial prints.
Remedial. They needed to go back to school.
I mean, that just added, I don't know, it broke up some of those
Darker areas.
darker areas. I love this.
Yeah, I like
I think, now I'm thinking,
like
okay, well, I think this needs some more, but I don't know what it is right now, but I'm going to come back to that.
Well, you know what would be cool? So, if we chop that one up or it goes into a book, we need to decide on the book size when we, venture into this book business. Or back into the book making of all the gel prints. But you could go in with either the waxes, which the wax stuff makes me crazy because, like, it smells. And I don't mind it at first, but it wears on me. So that's the Metalique, whatever. It's also a bar.
Yes, it smells like dolls. Yeah.
But
I don't.
yeah, it has
I
a doll
tried to
smell.
like it. I wanted to like it because I like what it does.
And the colors are most excellent.
Most excellent.
Just that smell. But then we could use the Caleros, the Fine Tack, the Fine Tack, because the red in that to highlight some of those little, or darken, really. It's not highlighting, it's really more adding depth with that. But anyway. All right, hey, we're at the end.
Are we at the end?
Or do you want to pull some more prints?
Well, I have to
redeem
this
yes,
one.
Okay, yeah.
Remediate.
Needs some more knowing up.
I don't know exactly what it needs. I don't know that it needs the mucky muck on this particular one. This is what's nice about having multiple.
Oh, Anne says the Target Mondo Llama is very nearly exactly like the Ising Pearly. Some of the colors are exactly the same. Oh, see, that's some good information. Thank you, Anne. And Anne knows because she has a lot of that Ising stuff too.
Okay, I have a sort of an imprint of a purple butterfly on here, but I don't think it's really like in the whole scheme of things.
Is it a butterfly or dragonfly? I swear
Dragonfly,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
It's a dragonfly. Don't think it's going to be an issue. What?
It says, that's what I feel about those Fin Bar colors. They're great, but it smells like a tart's boudoir.
And it just keeps on smelling. We put it in plastic bags and
with
put
the little
silica things that come in vitamins. I save all those and throw them in there.
Suck up that smell.
Suck up that, because Mariah's really...
well, because then they hang out in my office, and it's like, it's a small space. You close the door long enough, that all just... Ugh.
Yeah, that. Okay, I'm getting, if I can get them separated, they're married up here.
Carla eyed those Mondo Llama paints. Yeah, Anne gets great results from those. We haven't tried them yet.
We just have lots of other cheap paints that we've already got is the only reason.
Yeah, get those things off the cart and then she can put more on.
Okay, that's kind of centering it, but it's kind of centered anyway, so I'm just going to have to deal with that. I love having, I'm really glad that I took time to put all of my stencils into folders, because did you notice how quickly I could go over there and do that? Wasn't that remarkable?
That's becoming the better way to find them.
It certainly is. Okay, so I want to go dark.
Even darker than that, huh?
Yeah.
Well, then
I want to retrieve my darkness. Retrieve my darkness and remediate.
Okay.
And we're going to go with this guy. Because remember, this is the anthraquinone, but I've added lots of retarder and lots of
Oh, Kylie said that was impressive.
what?
I think the last pull or whatever.
What was it?
So 5 seconds ago. Poor thing. I don't know either.
Well, I'm looking at the pile over here and I'm thinking, which one
was it?
Which one was it? I'm not being disingenuous. I'm being totally. This one?
Oh, yeah, I think so. That was, probably it. Oh, finding the stencil.
Oh, finding the stencil was impressive. You just don't know. You just do not know. Now, did you see how that suddenly sucked that off of there? When it starts doing that,
move on.
Move on.
Yeah. You gotta move on. Now, do you need to paper that?
I need to paper it.
Oh, yeah, or tissue it.
I need to tissue it.
She's loving the deli pole.
Because, see, I don't want it around the edge. I just
Yeah.
want to get the lines to reestablish themselves here.
For definition.
For definition.
Need some defining. Alright, you need to... You're not going to be able to... She's hair registering today. Yes, I can't... Kylie, was it you earlier that said that? And then I didn't, that didn't register in my brain until just now.
What is that?
Because normally we say your hat registering because your hat gets into the...
Uh-huh.
But you just got your hair today.
I got my hair today. I thought it looked pretty good.
It does look good. I don't know. I don't know that there's saving that. I think it needs just, some bloopy loops over it. And like you did the last, like that other one.
And just start over.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right.
Because, you're going to wear a hole in the paper.
Yeah, in that middle part there.
Just keep coloring it in,
I need to go with my... I need to go with my 6x8, and it's got some.
The stencil had The stencil had paint on it.
Yeah. And I had some mucky muck on the plate, which I really should have just... And see, I've got some more mucky muck here. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do here is just... I'm going to go with bunny ears. And just kind of obliterate most of this except for the lines.
Yeah. And then
Because, I mean, we don't really
have...
have a whole lot.
No.
It's not anything interesting that we're destroying or, you know, I don't feel bad about doing this kind of thing.
Leanne says she used the peacock color wax on a frame and it's still off fuming a month later. Yeah, that stuff just keeps on giving. It's very true. Like, even when if you probably opened up some of those books, because she did use some of it, I bet you could still smell it.
I couldn't, but, you know.
Well, she doesn't smell as well as I do.
I didn't, that's certainly true. And I didn't linger.
Yeah. Tissue.
Okay, tissue. Thank you. There's my other tissue here. I can
Use that one again.
use this
That
one
might be
again.
more interesting. Now, have you figured out if there's a side that works better on that? Is it because there's a wax side and then there's a more grippy side?
I've just used them interchangeably. I have
Okay.
not noticed. I'm sure that there probably is, but
Oh, Christy wanted to see more of the wavy windows. Well, we'll bust those out maybe Tuesday. Ooh, that sounded kind of sticky. Waxes dry out anyway and use terps to revive them. It's the correct procedure.
oh, and
Francis.
I'm really not a big fan of
Turpentine
that.
makes me
Oof.
just want to hurl. Even the Gooby Gone that has like the citrus smell stuff to it, that wears on me a little bit. And I kind of have flashbacks of like school cleaning products because they used to use stuff that smelled like that citrusy. The oil that you use, mineral oil, it's not strong enough, which is nice, but it's not. There you go. And now we have a very interesting print.
Certainly getting more so.
Fran likes the smell of the
No.
turpentine.
You know, I don't. It doesn't. I don't really
Oh, put it on that.
hate it. Kind of tame that
Yeah, just knock that orangey
knock it
business, or
back
orangey
just
red.
a little bit.
Just a little bit, you know, stay in line.
And it did. I like that.
Yes. And what's funny here is that it actually kind of created little areas where you see more detail. Almost like little flowery, the flowery clusters. It brought those up. I always think that that's really interesting whenever you do that, that little areas then become more.
Yeah, because
right
remember
there.
underneath this are the little chrysanthemums.
And it brought that up. Little flower clusters.
Little flower clusters.
All right. Did you, have you,
I think I feel, yes, much
Redeemed?
better.
okay. Well, that's good.
And I'm pretty jazzed. We'll say next week is maybe going to be books. I've got all week that I can be putting what's happening next week.
Okay, so what we'll do is, so perhaps tomorrow you can start getting some texture paste down on some prints, or at least sorting out the ones you want into books. And I would say when you're sorting them, decide which ones can be cut down into small, because we'll probably end up making more than one book, just to be honest, because I know what she's got, sort of. And then she'll start bringing things out of stuffy holes.
Did you see this back here?
Yeah, so that thing is full of the prints that she really likes, and then whatever else is underneath that, I'm not really sure. Those could be.
Oh, no, well, it's because the Pacon paper doesn't fit into that box.
Ah, So we will start determining like which ones are going to be made down into the smaller books, because we could cut those and prep those, because those can be laid out then onto the gel plate to get the back sides done. And I think that'll be an interesting process. This is going to be a while, everyone, just so you know. This is the creation of the books. Like,
Yeah, it's not going to be put together probably for 2 or 3 weeks.
yeah.
Because
Now,
it takes, I mean, some of those pages were 6, 7 layers of stuff.
yeah. Now, what I can do, and Carrie, I will send you some links to the ones if you want to kind of get started, and I'll talk to you about the Zutter and the size and all of that business. We have done the binding. We have kind of done this, but I'm glad that we're coming back at it. We have new patterns. We have new ways of thinking about different products. Now we're going to revisit some products. I'm very excited about that.
And I think that's the thing that you have to remember sometimes is that you just get all wrapped up into whatever is new and different and not going back and revisiting some of your old friends, and because they're still there, and then put the new with the old, and you've got a whole new toolbox.
Yeah. Oh, Susan, definitely. She says any ways to bind those for those of us that don't have any binding. What we'll do is very quickly, like right out of the gate, maybe some of the really primo nice ones, we will do, and I'm going to have the process video of Let It Rain.
Because that's what I did with some of my prints also.
Where's the little white one? Super easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can, now, I think that anyone and everyone should have at least one roll of, what do they call it?
Binding tape.
Yeah, but with gaffer. Gaffer tape is what they call it, right? Isn't that the word?
I don't know that it bookbinding tape is different, but the other stuff works.
Because I think this white is gaffer tape.
Yes.
The black that I have is actually bookbinding tape. It's a bit more fabric-y, if you, for letter, you know.
Yeah, that matters to you.
Yes. So that's the one thing you do need. Highly recommend it. You can use other things. You could even use fabric. I have done that.
Strips of fabric.
And then glue it down. You just need something to connect to them. And that's one really super duper easy. I love these books. I love accordion binding.
Can you hand me that one?
Oh yeah, here, you should show that. Because all those are, those are prints.
These are prints that I then printed over.
Oh yeah, some of them are printables that were printed on.
Printables that were printed up on. And see, this is so interesting because I thought these were so wonderful.
Now she's thinking,
and now I'm going, oh, need to do something to that. Maybe put something on top of that. Yep. And look at that. Oh, I was so proud of that print.
I think the tape is in our commonly used products.
And I don't, what is that, Mariah?
Well, that
I don't even know what that
interesting.
is. But look at this, is really some nice stuff here. You know, that may be when we were cutting out stuff from our cards.
No, and I think that remember I have that failed when we were first starting out trying to make stencils, and I thought it was kind of blah, because I'm like, you know, I mean, if people can go and buy a stencil that looks like that, little star things.
It just never made it.
Yeah, I was like, it's really not.
I don't even know where it is. I've lost it.
Yeah.
But look at that. That's when I got metallics.
Oh yeah,
so
Kylie makes some amazing accordion books. Yeah, because they're easy. Like,
but you know, I really need to write in this. I mean, someplace in the binding or something.
We did most of that in live streams, so we can actually refer back to dates. But yes, you should write on it. Agreed.
Because it's kind of just a little, what do I want to say? Time capsule.
Yeah, a lot of our stuff kind of is. It's just kind of how we roll. But yeah, definitely check those out. We'll have the Let It Rain process video, I'm hoping, this week. I don't know. I've got some other work projects that have to be done. And so that may take a little bit. But yeah, we have other videos. I'll post in Makers kind of a list of bookbinding ones. Some top 5 or something, if you're interested in that. And then I think that's pretty much it. Be sure to come back and leave comments on this video. This is one of our Sunday ones for the 3,000 subscriber giveaway.
Yeah, and I don't know if any of these books that we're intending to make will be done by then, but it could be sort of a retroactive. You know, you would be getting one.
Right? Or what we do is if we've already hit it, we say at the next giveaway, the book goes in that. I like that idea because I really feel like it's going to take a while. I don't want to promise you guys something that's going to happen in like, 2 weeks, because that's not how these...
No, that's not how they evolve.
But I'm excited that we're working on this because that's fun. And we're good at doing these books.
And I think that the thing about it is what takes a lot of time, number one, is getting things printed on both sides.
Yeah.
Because all of these prints that I have here, I will have to print on the other side.
Yeah.
And sometimes what I do is I cut these in half. Then they're easier to handle on the smaller plate, and I can have more variety. Because when you get your bigger plates, tendency to just do the whole thing, and then you don't have variety.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. I love all these ideas. It's going to be super fun. If you guys have come in, since, we do the thumbsy-upsy business, please do give this video a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, and share with your Arty friends if you haven't already. We do very much appreciate that, and it helps us out big time.
And we're closer to our giveaway.
Which is very fun. And then be sure to hang out with us over there in Makers. If you aren't part of the Makers of Mixed Media Art Artist Facebook group, please do that. All that information is in the description area below. We will see you guys on Tuesday, because that's the next stream, 3 p.m. Central Time. Bye, guys.